If you just sit back and think about everything that's transpired in my life over the last 2 years, I've been living an absolute movie. UTSA my freshman season, stepped in for the injured starter, capitalized on my opportunity, and led that team, that school, that program, that community to a season unlike anything they'd ever experienced. I balled out. And what about my sophomore season? Came into Virginia Tech fresh off an injury that can end the career of any quarterback. But instead of calling it quits, I made the adjustment, completely switching my throwing arm from my left to my right. And even with all of those difficulties thrown at me, I still managed to lead Virginia Tech to a 13-1 season, ACC Conference Championship, winning the Orange Bowl, and I won the Heisman Trophy. I put the country on notice. And after jumping off in the transfer portal for the second time, you better believe the hype was real. But I managed to find myself here at my uncle's alma mater, Oregon. Now, initially, I wanted no parts of my family's legacy. I wanted to carve out my own path, create a lane for myself. But after a few conversations with the people close to me and just putting all things into perspective, it only made sense that I came here and build on the legacy and the foundation that's already been laid. So yeah, overall, I want to have team success, but I'm out to break every single season record there is for a quarterback for this team, win that national championship, and overall just have a dominant year. And even though our roster is strapped top to bottom with a bunch of talent, taking a look at our schedule, there's quite a few teams that can knock us off our pivot. So this road to a national championship won't be easy. Officially a Duck, my first in-game snap. We in that all black, dumping this one off. He makes the catch, but he doesn't go nowhere. Tez Johnson, Troy Franklin, Bucky Irvin, a few other guys, including myself, bro, we are strapped. We got the lineup of a lifetime right now. Trying to make something happen. We go back to this little bubble screen. Look, I see my guy up the field. I'm gonna just launch it up. I want to take that shot, and it's going straight into coverage. It's gonna take me a second to get my feet wet. New system, completely different offense from what I'm used to. Really, I'm not used to anything. I've completely switched offenses multiple times over the last couple of years, but picking up a crazy play here, getting out of bounds. Trying to make things happen the second go round here. We got a weird little wheel where, like I said, these offenses are completely different. Could have took off of this on myself. Bucky is doing something completely, I don't even know where he's going with the ball. First quarter's almost up and we have yet to put up a touchdown against probably our weakest team on the schedule. So now read option, I'm gonna keep this on myself. I need the guys to block, shaking some things, getting back to the outside, trying to outrun this defense, and we're off to the races. Guys get tripped up, we get into the end zone. Two of my dogs in the backfield, they blocking for me, surveying things out. I see my guy want to throw this towards the sideline and it almost gets picked. Back at it with the read option, just seems like the best option to go with. I should have handed that ball off. I'm getting tackled for a -yard loss. I hate that we're not taking deep shots early on. I really want to put the ball out there and let this team know like what I can do with my arm. I've showed in camp, I've showed over the spring and things like that, but I'm trying to do it in game. But I'm not going to press the issue. I'm going to roll out to my right, surveying things out. Nothing's there, but I got my guy breaking off his route. He's getting upfield. Great game. Hand this one off. He's all over me. And look at Bucky try to get into the end zone. He doesn't. He fails. We're within 5. Read option for the win. We're going to keep this one. Got a guy on my trail. Spin back to the inside. Touchdown. Now we got a little bit of momentum going into the second half. We need to capitalize on this opportunity, put some more points on the board as I roll out to my right, throwing this dime. Look at Troy Franklin go. And after failing to get into the end zone in a timely manner, we're left with a Hail Mary. We're going to launch this one towards the end zone. They're one guy short. I got 3 receivers and we still don't convert that. Second half, and it's time to cook up. It's time for us to get busy. I see something upfield. Troy actually had to step on that DB, but I'm going to take this on myself. Here in the gun, finna try to drop things off. Nobody's really open, but he did run this route perfectly to the outside. I don't know how he made that catch, but he did. And then we got guys like that who are super talented, like Gary Bryant, who aren't like day one, like #1 starters, but they can definitely make some plays for this offense and get things done. Our OC is calling a lot of the same pretty much every single possession, but you know what? It's nothing to lean on my legs to make things happen. And if we continue to ball like this, we'll be up out of here by midway through the fourth quarter, dropping back, surveying the field, and they're all over this one. I think it's time I stop dropping back so much and actually step up in the pocket. I have a reliable offensive line that I can put my trust and faith in. You know what? Let me just throw this dot. My boy Tez Johnson picking up the first. Back with this fake screen wheel route. I don't like it too much. I don't know why we continue to run it. I see things up the field. He actually breaks loose, and that's my tight end making a huge play. Don't sleep on that boy T. Ferg now. He's a big-time playmaker, a bigger body out there, but he's definitely going to make something shake. Not really liking the route combo here on this play. I got some things underneath. We're going to take off, pick up the first on our own, and get out of bounds. Love when we can take these risks on 4th down, actually making the play, getting things done myself, just doing something completely unexpected. Looking to deliver an absolute dime here in the red zone, getting one of my guys in there, and we're going to see what I like. And of course, he's going to get loose, but I actually get hit out of that throw. I got to feed the ball to my boys. They're getting open. They're making plays, bro. It's like I'm just not making the right timely throws, and I see something across that middle, going to underthrow it. He actually drops the ball. Something I didn't think I would see all day. We actually picked up the touchdown on that last drive. Now we're right back in the red zone at the Bucky Irvin is just grounding and pounding that thing. And now I get a chance to get back in on the action. A another read option. Let's hope this DN actually picks up on my boy. He's been going crazy. I keep it. We get into the end zone. This one is over. I have to say my first win as a Duck feels amazing. We had a slow start, but we're going to fix that in the coming weeks. But we put up some pretty solid numbers on the week 2. Let's get it. First road game of the year, and we're looking to come out here and put on an absolute show in front of their home crowd. And I think a goal for me this season is to execute more on these off-platform throws. I don't really do them, but here I'm going to keep the ball myself and get some good yardage. Not picking up the first though, but I do get back up after going down. They don't actually take me down. We stay up on our feet. We're taking off completely gas. We get into the end zone. We go with my least favorite form of the option, the speed. Actually going to pitch this one out. I don't know why Bucky keeps like going backwards with that. Taking a look at this look, so much open real estate across the middle. I see my guy. He's going to make this catch and he picks up a nice first down. A bunch of short route concepts. I got open real estate, free space to get busy. This DN can't keep up. Of course, we're going to take off and we pick up a nice first down on the play. We got the screen wheel once again. I hate this play. We're going to launch this one off platform over the top and it's not successful. Virginia's defensive front is really trying to get after it. We don't have anything here. I'm trying to launch this one. We get it off just in time before getting sacked. We go down with something that I assume is minor and I hope it's nothing crazy, but we've been dealing with injuries since my freshman season. Hopefully we can shape back and get back into this game. Not too many options here. I got open field on the left, a bunch of guys open, but I'm going to launch this one down the field in the coverage. And this is actually picked my first pick as a Duck. That was just a terrible decision. Finally, some deep route concepts because we desperately need a big time play. I'm launching this one over the linebacker, but I can't get it off in time. Literally the same play I got picked off on. Not sure why the OC is in love with this one, but you know what? We're not taking no risk. We're going to get out of bounds. We can't get hit today. It's always the teams you underestimate that come out and ball, but we got a 5 wide look trying to make something happen. We have yet to connect on a big play. We're going to see my guy right across the middle and I overshoot him just by a little. And I thought it was just a problem with me at Virginia Tech, but it seems like a problem that travels with me everywhere I go. I struggle to gain momentum early and we just don't make anything happen. Now trying to throw my guy open back in the coverage, just a terrible decision. The backup quarterbacks had to step in and take my place on a few possessions. He's actually marched down the field and made some things happen. Nothing foreign to me. I've been dealing with this pretty much my entire college career almost. We want to convert here on 4th down, trying to make something happen. I see my boy. I'm trying to throw him open into space, but it doesn't work out that way. It's almost like we're back to square one. I'm like struggling to stay healthy, not making things happen, just not getting rid of the ball. Struggling tremendously to make things happen. I see a route running to the outside and this one's going into coverage and it's not going anywhere. I almost feel like I have no time to get rid of the ball. Like they're already back here trying to get to me and there's just nothing up the field. I'm trying to make it happen with my legs breaking a tackle, but it's not enough. At this point, the name of the game is to kill as much clock as possible. We need to get up out of here because these boys are actually scoring touchdowns. They're trying to make their way back into this game. Back at it with the read option. I think I'm going to keep this for myself. Actually going to hand that off. There's nowhere for me to go, but Bucky's got a lane. At this point, we're just trying to get within at least field goal range to make something happen, put some points on the board to make sure this game is completely out of reach, and it's looking like we're going to be able to do it. Actually, my boy just fumbled. We turned the ball over. And with all credit going to our defense, they actually get a stop, coming away with an interception right here back, putting us pretty much where we already were, and now we got an opportunity to get into the end zone or maybe even put this game away with a field goal. But with Virginia having no timeouts, I'm still not understanding why we're running the ball, even running actual plays. Why won't we just kneel it out? Without a doubt, the worst performance I've had in my college career thus far. I'm on the big stage, a part of a team that has nothing but weapons all across the board, and I'm failing to execute. And then it doesn't help that we have a top 10 SEC opponent going into next week. If I don't get my act together, not only can we lose this game, but I could lose my job as a starter. Not to say it hasn't always mattered, but now preparation is pretty much everything. Establishing that strong connection with my receivers, executing down to a T, that's going to be the difference maker if we win or lose. And trust, I'm always wanting to take accountability, but our OC has been calling some terrible plays. He just haven't been putting us in the best position to win. And even though I'm the starting quarterback, I'm still trying to establish myself to be a leader on this team. The guys really haven't grown that level of respect for me. So trying to get these guys to follow my lead and trust in me, even though I'm a proven winner at the collegiate level, it's a different type of ball game here at Oregon. And then I peep a few guys being a little bit jealous, even somewhat envious, because they think I walked in here and had everything handed to me because of who my family is. And in a sense, I can understand that, but at the same time, bro, I put in the work and it's been shown every single year I've been here in college. Now this being my 3rd year, I'm going to prove it again. But I think it's time I stop leaning on the talent on this team and lean on myself like I've always have when I needed to show them I don't need them, they need me. And to be 1,000% honest, I don't mean that in a selfish, cocky way. I just simply mean I can get it done with or without you. For sure, one of the toughest games we're going to have all season is coming here just in week 3 with me coming off of the worst game pretty much of my college career that I believe. Out here in these once a Duck uniforms, probably one of my favorite combos that we had. We're going to hand this one off early to Bucky, see if he can get things rolling. He's going to damn near pick up a first down. And what I say, bro, I'm going to show the guys I can do it with or without them. I want to deliver these dimes, throw the ball to the open guys, but you know what? Open space, free real estate. We're going to make things happen. I got a defender here, safety, going to cut back, got him looking crazy, and we're going to take off and get right around the 15-yard line. That's how you come out and open up a game. 54 yards, did it all by myself. Even though the guys really were blocking, doing their thing, and kind of distracted the defense, taking them to the other side of the field, we make things happen on our own for sure. Going with that read option, I want to pitch this one out, but I got nothing but opportunity. We pick up the tug. That drive was solely on us. We came out early, just was like throwing haymakers, man. A big run, then we go with the triple option and get things done, bro. That's how you do it, bro. We went crazy. And I think my struggles last week really came from me trying to just get everybody involved, be the super teammate, and that just wasn't the way to go. Empty set, looks like they're prepared for the pass. I'm going to roll out to my right. I see my boy up the field, but that safety sitting high. We're going to pick up the first. We're going to fall just short, actually. Pinned back in our own territory on a completely new drive. Things are not looking well for the offense right now. We got to try and get things out of here, and we almost take a safety. This drive almost looks like a lost cause. I don't want to do anything, try to be Superman, but I definitely want to get us out of this position. Nothing's really open. This defense is smothering everything and everyone. We finessing our way upfield. Don't know how I did it, but I managed to get us out of harm's way, surveying the field, delivering the diamonds, actually thrown in traffic. They get the ball back. Coach has been really putting us in position to take advantage of every opportunity in the run game. I pitched this one to Bucky. He gets a big stiff arm, picking up the first down. Plays like this can go extremely well or really bad. We got the fake screen wheel. Gonna launch this one up, see if Tez Johnson can make the play, and it goes right off of his helmet. I'm seeing guys late, not delivering the ball on time. I got pressure in my face. I'm getting sacked for a crazy loss. And I literally had no choice but to bail. He got back there in literally no time, almost like the guys didn't even attempt to block him, but we're going to keep this on this read option. Got a great block on the outside. We pick up a little something. We need to convert here. Picking up a first is just a non-negotiable. I see a little bit of lane, a crease right there, and look at Tez Johnson making the play. At this point, we're starting to pick this defense apart slowly but surely, but I don't like this all-go concept. We're going to take off with this one, outrun the DN. We're definitely going to pick up the first down. We may pick up the touchdown if he blocks. We get it. Second half action, they do hold the lead. We got to try and make something shake, bro. We got a decent amount of momentum. I see my guy upfield. We're starting to really take this defense down. Even with me only being here for one season, I want to get Oregon back to their old style as far as just being overpowered, just scoring touchdowns, just delivering that pressure, and just overall becoming a unstoppable offense, something that they used to be, something that I used to glorify about them. A lot of people loved about this defense, this team, this offense just being completely electric. Not looking too good for us here in the fourth quarter. We have to make something happen. The screen is there, but you know what? I don't want to throw that. I feel like the guys are not doing what they need to do. People aren't stepping up, making the plays, and guys just aren't giving the maximum effort. I am. And it seems like every time we have a big splash play, it's because me. I step up, I make the play, I do what everybody else just neglects to do at this point, and that's actually step up and do their job. And why does it feel like every season we get off to a slow start, we struggle, we just have these major problems, and then eventually we snowball into becoming the team that we could have been from the start? It just happens every time. And with me giving this team my mind, body, and complete soul out here on this field today trying to win this game, yeah, we're down with an injury. So now having to watch my backup from the sideline as I get patched up, this isn't a good look for me. And on fourth down, I check back in. I had a wide open Trayshawn Holden for a touchdown, completely killing this cornerback, and I overthrow the ball. Down 10 points, under a minute left, this game is practically over, and I completely sold my guys on the day, missing wide open passes, throwing in the coverage, just doing everything to completely kill our chances. And adding a loss to our season this early isn't end all be all, but dog, that's the last thing we needed. That's going to completely set us back from reaching our goal. And then you look at me, surrounded by the most talent I've been over the last couple of years, but also on the biggest stage of college football, and I'm completely wetting the bed. It's not a good look. It doesn't feel great. I'm just not playing to my full potential, and it's showing every single week. Getting embarrassed at home in back-to-back games is definitely not something I'm trying to be in the business of, but I got my guy right across the middle making a crazy catch. Ferguson, way to do it, boy. We got this weird wide receiver screen that I don't want to throw. Nothing's open. It's just a terrible play call in a situation like this. Cal wasted no time with their opportunity going down, scoring first, but now we're down here in the red zone with an opportunity to make something happen. We're trying to shake something, get upfield. And on first and goal, we're going to hand this one off to Bucky Irvin with hopes that he walks in and scores, and he does exactly everything but that. And if my starting running back can't just stick it up and go upfield, I'm going to do it by myself. I'm going to make it happen, getting into the end zone for the touchdown. And if I'm being completely honest, that loss last week damn near destroyed me mentally. My morale is down. I'm not even communicating with the guys as much as I usually do. But to be fair, I did come into this season, into this team, this program with the mindset of I'm going to be that guy and just take things over, and it's going to just be kind of sweet. And it's been everything but that. It's probably been the most difficult process for me personally that I've had all throughout my first couple of years in college. I wouldn't say all confidence is lost, but I'm definitely a little bit shaken and rattled right now. I got to get back to myself. But as far as my game goes, I'm not even sure where I'm at with that mentally, trying to see if I want to deliver dots or if I want to make things happen on my own. But now we got an opportunity to put some more points on the board, going with the read option, going to keep this one walk-in free. In between this week and last week, is it safe to say that our defense can't hold water? They give up yet another touchdown, bro. Kyle is marching down the field on our D. Looking to take a shot here on second down before we head into halftime. Got my boy over the middle. He picks up the first. And just when I thought we were starting to get some momentum and make things happen before halftime, I throw a terrible pick in the coverage. That corner hawked that ball. I didn't even see him coming. And with just under 40 seconds to spare, they put up another touchdown, more points that we have no answer for. And at this point, it's getting so real, I'm not even sure if I'm going to be a starter for weeks to come. I've been playing flat out horrible football as a quarterback. But the half isn't over yet. I connect one of my guys who isn't even a starter. He makes his catch, putting us in the red zone, and he stops the clock. Now we have a chance to really make something happen. I want to look to my left, but down here in short distance, I can easily throw an interception. We're going to pick up the small gain. And I'm pissed Coach didn't let us stay on the field and actually try to put this one in, but we do take the easy 3 points, 17-28 going into the second half. Not a bad look, but we definitely have to come out sharper. This game seems so far out of reach, but I refuse to go out bad. Nobody's open. Nothing's there. We got to try to make something happen on our own, bro. Our team is just, our receivers, offensive, everything is just failing us right now. My brain is just completely scattered in terms of searching for like a reason, some kind of like valid option on why we can't get things rolling, why I continue to fail, why this offense isn't producing. It's only the third quarter. We're down 11 points, but why are we going with a bubble screen here? Like nothing's there, and the offensive line just isn't protecting me the way that they should. And I'm trying my best to conform to this offense, play to the best of my ability, but it's getting to a point where I'm about to go off script and get wild. And even though the injury bug is slowly but surely trying to latch on to me, at this point, bro, I think I'm just about to start taking off everything. We got a halfback screen, but I don't care about that. I got space, I got opportunity, I got room to make something happen, getting out of bounds, protecting myself. Red zone action, anytime we get down here, not coming away with at least a touchdown is just inexcusable, bro. We gonna make it happen some way, somehow. Stiff arming dudes going out of bounds, whatever. And on a design QB run, things couldn't have gone any worse. Completely just stuck in the matrix, and then I get hit and go down with yet another injury when we needed me the most. I sat out the rest of that drive, and not only did we not come away with at least a field goal with that kind of field positioning, but our defense gave up yet another touchdown here in the third quarter, bro. And to have 2 losses this early in the season is just like everything, like beyond a bad look. It's absolutely terrible. 42-17 at home against the California Golden Bears. At this point, this game is a complete loss. We've come out here and just flat out embarrassed ourselves. Our home crowd is dead quiet. You can hear a damn pin drop in the stadium. But of course, after they check their backup defense to the game, we take advantage of these second string players delivering an absolute dime up the field. We actually get a walk-in touchdown from 67 yards out. Now going for 2 to make it a 10-point game here in the fourth quarter. This could actually be meaningful. We pick it up ourselves. But with only 30 seconds left and no time to actually go down here and score and get the ball back and make something happen, what could have been a really like dream-like game just turns into another loss. And I swear, if we just had a little bit more time on the clock and a few timeouts, we might have been able to make something happen. But statistically, I had a video game like day, nearly 550 total yards of offense, 4 touchdowns. We could have won this game, but we got things going just a little bit too late. And to make things all bad, taking a look at our division, we're literally ranked dead last. 0-1 in the conference, 0-1 in our division, 2 losses back to back. And taking a look at the overall conference of the Pac-12, we're ranked number 10 out of 12 of all teams in the entire conference. We were just ranked number 10 in the country. And then now, this week, we got a Colorado team that has full-blown momentum, currently undefeated, looking for a big-time win here in conference play. We can't go out bad, or this could be tragic for the season. And I peeped their last couple of games. They've been putting up some pretty solid points against some mediocre or bad teams, but our defense been playing poor, so this is kind of like a worry for us right now. Nice little Pac-12 matchup, trying to make things happen. We start this one off with some good field positioning. Nothing's open. I have forever and a day to get rid of this ball. I'm going to launch this one back in the coverage. That was a terrible idea as I throw a pick. And this fake screen wheel that our OC loves so much, he continues to call it. I'm actually going to dip this one off instead of trying to make something happen. Second down, we go with the speed option. He doesn't pick up on my guy, actually getting some great blocks up front. I almost broke that one loose. Some short route concepts this week coming into this game, trying to just complete some passes and just get things done like in an efficient efficient manner. Some of my guys have been dropping balls. That's been pretty much the story of my college career, but I got my guy Bryant here picking up the first. I hate the speed option, but on these reads, I can pretty much do what I want to do. I'm going to actually hand this off. Bucky takes it. He's almost picking up the first down, getting some good yardage. Got some slants coming across the middle, trying to make something happen quick, easy, and in a hurry. I'm actually going to throw my guy open here, and he's going to pick up a nice 11 yards. Pocket presence is key, and that's just something I seem to not have or I lack in my game. So you know what? I'm going to sit here. I'm going to stand tall, sit behind my offensive line, and deliver an absolute dime to the outside, and that's going to be batted down. To my surprise, defense is holding on strong, not giving up a touchdown in the first quarter. So now we got to capitalize on that opportunity, bro. We've been doing everything except making plays. I got an opening here, no block upfield, but we're going to pick up the first. Another fake screen wheel. Not sure why we keep calling this play time and time again. Coach, is not working. I don't know what he doesn't understand about that, but picking it up again with our legs. At this point, do I have to run every play to get it through his head? Like, he continues to call the same concepts, same routes. Like, I know my offensive mindset isn't the biggest and I'm not the most high IQ quarterback, but I can get things done. It's almost like the few mistakes I've made so far this season have completely chopped our offensive playbook in half, and they don't trust me to make the proper plays in the passing game. New drive, new possession. We're a completely new offense. I see something over the top that I like, but it's not there completely. Everyone's back down the field. I'm actually going to slide. I don't want to get tore up here. And we have a chance to make something happen before we go into the second half. I see my boy up the field. He's not really open. The safety's creeping. And if we got to send everybody upfield to get me loose, so be it. I'm going to survey the field. I see my boy. The safety's lacking. He picks up midfield, and guess what? My boy's in the end zone for a touchdown. It's funny how my third and fourth option is stepping up, actually getting open, making the plays, but here I'm almost taking a sack in the back of the end zone. Not the best, but definitely not our worst first half so far of this season. We're actually going to run the ball, try to kill some of this clock, and just get up out of here. Got a trips look on the right side of the field. A bunch of my playmakers should hopefully somebody get free. He's right across the middle. That's Tez Johnson picking up the first and more. Marching our way downfield, having a pretty successful drive, keeping this on the read option, trying to cut back on this block. I do it successfully, and guess what? We're in the end zone for a touchdown. Who said I couldn't get my offense rolling? We doing the damn thing. Y'all can say it's Colorado. Y'all can say whatever, whoever y'all want, but we're moving that rock, putting points on the board. We're getting busy, and I'm keeping this one again. I'm going to slide. And literally, the second my confidence gets where it needs to be, we're flowing in the offense. Everything is working out in our favor. I throw an insane pick. I mean, a great grab from the defender, but bro, I can't do that. They don't capitalize on their opportunity, and our defense took the ball right back, putting us pretty much where we already were, and now it's time to dink and dunk our way up the field. In a situation here on the goal line, everybody's packed in, and you think we're about to run the ball. No, sir. Play action boot. I see something on the edge. I got my guy. He's not there. He's kind of covered, and we got to just get rid of this one. We end up going with a design QB run. I make my way into the end zone, punching one in for yet another rushing touchdown on the season. We're in the fourth quarter. We got a pretty hefty lead, but now we got to add salt to the wound, bro. We've really struggled these last couple of weeks. Now it's time for us to make somebody else feel the pain. Another touchdown. We get somewhat of a shape back win here in the conference, our first conference win of the season. Hopefully we can continue rolling with this momentum and actually execute moving forward. We did throw a pick on the day, but overall a really solid game. 209 yards passing, 201 rushing, 2 touchdowns both ways, and only 7 incompletions. We balled. And after a solid win, we go into this week against one of the biggest opponents we're going to face all year in the number 13 ranked team in the country, Washington, with an extremely high-powered offense. Now, I'm not your regular player. I dive into the analytics and the stat side of things and really pay attention to our matchups, bro. These guys are loaded. Offensively, this team is on another level, but if we take a look defensively where we might struggle, they're number 5 in pass defense. We're going to have to make something shake with that. And even with my slow start to the season, currently, especially after these last couple of games, I'm currently number 1 in the Heisman race over a bunch of great candidates. Taking a look at the conference compared to last week, we jumped from last to now being third, but Washington State is absolutely killing it. Them boys going crazy. I can't wait to meet them in a couple of weeks. And I know it's early in the season, but that one conference win again has done tremendous for us. We jumped from damn near bottom of the pile to top 5, and hopefully we can finish out the season top 3. On the first drive, to no surprise, they go down and put points on the board, so now we got to strike back and make something happen. My guy gets bumped in traffic, but he still get free to make this catch. And at this point with these big games coming up, bro, I can't settle into the pocket. I'm completely rattled, but I think the key is question going to be for me to just settle down and make all the right throws and do everything the right way. But that's easier said than done. I've been completely mistake prone, just being my own enemy at this point. And the play calling so far on this first drive has been flawless. A few passes, we go to run, get the read option going, picking up the first down. No safety high. Now I'm looking to take that deep shot, surveying things out. My guy has a step. I got somebody underneath. But anytime I see free real estate, I'm going to take it all the time, every time. If nothing's open, I'm looking for that green grass to my left. I see my boy underneath, dip this one off, and he's not going to go anywhere. And so far this season, this is where we've been struggling the most. Down here, we need to be striking, making catches, and getting into the end zone. And we get a good 14-yard reception right here out of Trayshawn Holden. Bucky Irvin's not in the game right now. Our backup is, and he's trying to make something happen, breaking a few tackles, monstering his way forward. And I think Jordan James is a pretty trustworthy running back as he gets the touchdown here. Bucky Irvin is back. He sat out that possession, watched the backup come in and do his job, and he's getting hit for a loss. I'm looking for Troy Franklin on this deep shot. He does have a step. The corner is actually right in perfect position, but he still makes the catch, makes his way around, and he's going to get into the end zone for a touchdown. Talking about making a play, let's get it. That's what I want to see right there to my guys. Let's go, man. It's looking like we can completely flood this Washington defense. We're going crazy. We start this drive off with some great positioning. My boy is running a route of the ages, but he doesn't get in the position to make that catch. And for a big boy his size, I don't think he got the facilities to be running routes like that. That was nasty, though. I got to give it to him. But right here, this is nothing but a freebie. We're going to almost get into the end zone. And we go with the read option. Everybody's packed in, but this is definitely going to be a cakewalk. I'm going to just hand that one off. So far, this first half is going completely different than what I thought anybody thought it would. We're up and they're not scoring, and our defense is actually holding on. 30 seconds left and a timeout. We have some proper clock management. We can walk out of this possession with at least 3 points. I'm going to actually try to do this myself. The guys are pretty spread out. I'm not going to be able to get out, but I do pick up some good yardage. We ain't going to call that timeout, but instead we're going to lean on our playmakers. But of course, I got some free space on that other side of the field. I'm trying to throw this one towards the sideline. Tez Johnson bounced off that route. We used our timeout. Now we got opportunity. I got my boy over the top. That safety's tripping. We pick up the tub. And on the first play of the second half, we go with the read option out the gate and not tear it up. Getting upfield, making guys miss, going crazy, completely making a mockery of this defense. Hey, and believe it or not, this is the first game all season, and I hate to admit it, that I played nervous. I came into this one with the bubble guts, bro. I've never felt like that in my life about a football game. Even throughout my first 2 seasons of college football, bro, I've always been Mr. Cool, Calm, and Collected. But now, being a little bit cocky coming into the season, I've been humbled, and now I'm just balling out, going crazy. This ain't number one game, but this is one game enough. I'm doing what I do. But hold on. Let me check my ego. I am doing my thing. The guys are firing off on all cylinders, and I'm leading us to a great game right now. But I have to keep it humble, keep a level head. And with the chance to strike again and probably put this game away for good, we're marching our way down the field. I see this out route. It was slow by my receiver, but he does pick up the first. We're about 5 yards out from really punching our ticket and just dominating a game that we weren't looking even to win. You want to talk about an unexpected blowout? We came out here in hostile territory and balled out. We pretty much put this team to shame. One of the most high-powered offenses, the #1 scoring offense in all of the country, and one of the better defenses in all of the Pac-12. We just dominated them. Just last week, I didn't think I belonged to be on the top of the Heisman watch list, but after putting up monster numbers in back-to-back games and we dominated a top-ranked team, yeah, I belong on there for sure. After the big win over Washington, there was a question stuck in my head, running laps around my mind. I just couldn't figure it out, and I couldn't come up with the answer in no way, shape, or form. How did I manage to put together a masterful game unlike anything I've been able to do all season, execute at that level, and just be so punctual, when I've done pretty much the complete opposite almost this entire season so far, and we're halfway through? And I'm laying in bed one day, and I'm thinking about this question, pondering on it, and everything just clicked. Everything just made sense out of nowhere, and I knew exactly what it was, and I said it during the game. I played with something that I never had before. All throughout Little League, high school, and college, I ain't never been nervous. I never felt the need to, especially going out there doing something that I considered to be for fun. But for the first time, I wasn't a winner. My team wasn't being successful. I was playing terrible, and there was a lot at stake, more than just my own personal success. This team, my family's legacy, everything down to a T and some. So I understand the remedy to our whole little problem, our team's success, my failure, is to go out there and play like I got something to actually play for. And I do. And I believe that, and I know that 1000% now. So I guess the fix or the remedy to our whole little situation is for me to just go out there and play with the mindset that I have something to actually go out and perform at a high level for. And I believe that 1000% now. Just a few weeks ago, I was talking about how much I wanted to play this Washington State team because they were going so crazy in the conference and within our division. But now this week, we opened up with a huge touchdown on the first play of the game. And we couldn't have had a better start than that. A huge scamper run by myself off the rip. And just to think about a week ago, they were borderline a top 5 team in the country, #1 in our conference and our division. So now we got an opportunity to take them down. This is a big time game, but we pick up TD #2 to kick this one off. And kicking things off with this level of execution feels absolutely phenomenal, but they're trying to get back here to me on 3rd down. We're route concept, one short, one going deep. Nothing's really open. Gonna take off with my legs. I'm gonna try to get outside. We're gonna fall short. This 4th down. 4 of my guys split wide, looking to take a deep shot here. They're pretty much all over everything, trying to underthrow this one, but the safety's gonna jump that route to perfection. Starting this game out hot with the run game has been going well for us, throwing the ball in the short distance situations. Now taking off with another run. We're gonna slide before we get taken down. And now I can kind of truly understand why coach doesn't trust me on those deep route concepts. I have a bad tendency of throwing into traffic. But can you blame me? When you have weapons like this at your disposal, aren't you going to try to take them same deep shots? But on the flip side of that, I do have to understand there's a place and a time for every single thing, whether it's the deep ball, the short, the run, whatever it may be. There's a time and a place for everything. But since I don't have as much time to kind of develop a connection with my receivers, I guess it's a little bit harder on when to gauge and how to gauge when to take those deep shots and when not to. But we've marched our way all the way back into the red zone with another chance to strike, and we're going to hand this one off to our running back, hoping he can take it in, and he does. His first half is looking somewhat like last week, very high powered, very high execution, just doing everything down to a T. Everybody's rolling out, including my running back on this one. No space from none of my receivers. I see a guy over the top, but the safety's going to pick up on that. Nowhere to get rid of this ball to. And it's just decisions like this I do not agree on. Of course, it's an obvious passing down, but going with a run on 3rd and 15, I don't think is ever the answer, no matter how good or great our running back is. New possession, our defense has actually been doing their thing. I'm going to try to throw this one on time on the out route. I'm completely overshooting it. We should have put some points on the board last possession, but now here with 2 timeouts, an opportunity to march down the field, throwing this one into traffic. I throw my first pick of this game, a terrible decision at the wrong time. Throwing that pick at the end of the first half is one thing, but when you enter the 3rd quarter, the 2nd half, and you kick things off, throwing another pick to the defense, giving them great field positioning, all the momentum has come to a complete stop. And just like that, a potentially great game for myself and the guys turns into something that can go completely south. I put us in a position where we could possibly lose this game and just threw everything off, completely messing up it all. I wouldn't say I've dug us in the hole, but I feel like I put myself in the hole, completely messing up everything. And right here, I had an open guy and threw this ball way too late. Going from the ACC to the Pac, I didn't think it would be much of a difference, but I've been struggling, and that's been saying everything completely otherwise. I thought I'd thrive over here after dominating the ACC and just doing my thing, but now just struggling to put the ball where it needs to be on time has just been completely ruining my game. And as much as I want to blame it to me switching my throwing arm, bro, I can't use that as an excuse. But I got my guy over the top. He's making his catch. He's almost getting to the end zone. That's a big bounce back play. But I have an entire year under my belt being a right-handed quarterback, and that's just completely not an excuse. We still have a pretty solid lead here going into the 4th quarter. We just got to continue to execute as we go on. Going with the screen on 3rd down. Hopefully we can pick up and convert. Bucky Irvin's going to make this catch, get up the field. He picks up the first and some. As good as their offense is, I wouldn't say 1 touchdown to do the trick and put this game away completely. But if we do score here, it's going to put us in good position to put this thing to bed. We can strike here looking to connect with one of my playmakers. I see one of my guys. He's in the back of the end zone, throwing this one late, almost picked off again. I'm to a point now where I need to protect myself, my teammates in this lead by not throwing the ball. If I got to run every single play, that's just what I'm going to have to do. But they're all over me here trying to throw this one back across the field, and it just goes terribly wrong. And crazy enough, my mistakes has led us here to a tie game. I can blame it on the defense all I want, but at the end of the day, bro, I put the guys in a position where they can't even get any stops. And as much as I want to deliver an absolute dime to one of the boys, bro, at this point, I want to do it all by myself. I got one of my guys, 2 of them upfield open. Slowly but surely making our way. We have 2 timeouts with a chance to make something happen. One of my guys open underneath. Let's go. And I think it's time to put everything that's transpired, good and bad, behind us. Right now, we're in a position where we have no choice but to make our way downfield and do something, some way, somehow. And I don't want to settle for a field goal. I don't want to give them any chance or opportunity to catch up or even put this game within reach. But if we have to settle for 3, we will. Trying to kill as much clock as possible, stand in bounds. We're sliding again. As a matter of fact, we're getting taken down. And I think we're going to have to bank on that field goal. They're not going to give us any chance to throw the ball upfield. They're kind of really covering everything across the field completely down to a T. 2nd and 10, 10 seconds left. We have to get within field goal range. If we don't, we could be completely cooking. I'm getting hit for a -6-yard drop. and completely killing our chance of the field goal with that terrible play. Now I have to launch this one into the end zone on a complete hope and prayer, throwing it towards the back. My boy has a step, and this is going to be knocked down. Overtime it is. This defense has been all over everything. We got an empty gun look to kick things off over here in overtime, and I got my boy over the top. He's making the catch. He's dropping this ball, fumbling. This game is probably over. I may still be the starting QB, but I think I've lost all the respect from every single receiver on this team. And as QB1 of any football team, that is the last thing you want or need. And it sounds crazy, but the mood, the vibe, and everything just completely shifted like crazy over the last couple of weeks. If you paid attention, we're coming off of 2 very explosive weeks offensively and defensively, just playing well across the board. But when you have a lead against a team at home in a huge conference game, yeah, I think that's cause for a lot of untrust and just completely a downshift in the whole team morale. And then I had a 2-pick performance. That was just the leading cause of everything that went downhill. But we have UCLA this week, and they got a monster defensive front. It's going to be very difficult to try to shape back against a team of this caliber. Everybody's flaring out here, even my 2 running backs out of the backfield. Bucky's going to be open to my left, picking up the first down. I don't like the screen here on 3rd down, but if we could convert, that'd be absolutely fantastic. Got my guy over the top, getting hit as I throw, almost throwing an interception. And without a doubt, the rain saved me from throwing my first pick there. Now, as we come to the end of the first quarter, we're trying to get things done, but this defensive front is just like these guys, the defense as a whole is just crazy. Managed to march our way downfield. We're kind of within striking distance. Hopefully we can punch our way into the end zone after struggling these first few possessions, but now taking off on my legs, everything's open. I got a bunch of opportunity, diving my way in, looking to take a deep shot. Don't think it's a great idea with 2 safeties high. Now trying to see what's open. Nothing's out there. We're going to take off, and we're actually going to get out of bounds, and we do still take a hit. We already have some momentum, but picking up a touchdown here before we go into the second half will work wonders for sure. 1 safety high, everybody's on goals with a deep shot opportunity, but all it's going to do is free up all of this real estate underneath, and I'm going to get out of bounds and stop the clock. Trying to pick up the first down with a design QB run. We're faking the handoff, keeping this on ourselves, and everything is wide and open. And before I get on my high horse, start talking crazy and feeling myself, I'm going to calm down, continue to deliver these dimes, take off when I need to, make the right plays. I got a lot of making up to do. A pretty long field goal for our kicker, but definitely manageable. I wanted to get us into the end zone. We weren't able to work that out, but we fall just short. Actually, he makes the kick. Let's go. And once again, this offense and our defense go hand in hand. We put points on the board and keep them off the field. When they do touch the field, they make things happen and don't give up anything. Triple option here. We're going to try to read things out the right way. They actually bite on everything down low. I can't pitch it out. We get stopped for a -3 yards. And for the first time all season, I'm actually begging that we continue to pass the ball instead of running it. We've had so much momentum so far. I'm just trying to piggyback off of that and continue this ride. Trying to take a deep shot here and completely take the lid off of this defense, launching this one upfield, seeing if I can get my boy over the top, and it's just not successful. And how about my defense? Not only getting stops throughout this game on a really high-powered offense, but also going down, putting points on the boards themselves. That's what we love to see. Look at this great catch by Tez Johnson. And now we can actually put this game to rest if we put another touchdown on the board, putting this one completely out of reach, and I'm almost putting that ball in the defender's hands. Defensive line is pretty packed in tight. Gonna go with the feint handoff with the QB wrap. Great blocking on the outside. We could actually take this into the end zone, trying to make my way toward that pylon. We coming out here balling, but I don't want to put this ball in the harm's way by actually throwing it to any of my receivers here. Got some guys on the back end, gonna launch this one over, and Tez Johnson's picking up the TD. Defense went and got yet another stop, handing this one off to Bucky. Hopefully he can get a first down. We can keep this clock rolling and get up out of here. And at this point, there's no way they come back. We're gonna secure a huge win at home in conference play, going with the read option, gonna slide down, even though I could have took this one for more. To actually come out here and play well in a pretty must-win game in conference play actually feels pretty amazing, and I kept the ball out of harm's way for the most part. And then to come out here and have 4 total touchdowns, pretty decent through the air, really solid on the ground, a really good game, that's a way to bounce back. At this point, it feels like all of our winning and success when we do have it has been completely counterproductive, like it's been working against us this entire time. Once we start playing well, everything and everybody's clicking, we get that like momentum going, we just completely lose flow one week to another. 1 minute I'm balling, me and the guys are clicking, I'm making all the right passes, all the right plays, we're dominating, putting up crazy numbers, just doing the damn thing. And then on the next, I'm making every mistake imaginable, throwing to the wrong guys, throwing the ball late, throwing interceptions, just dropping the ball, just doing it all, bro. And so far, if I had to chalk it up to one thing, I've been my own enemy. As much as I want to shift the blame to lack of trust, bad play calling, coaching, or whatever the case may be, I can also say me being QB1 is completely my fault, or it can just be a blend of it all. There's no real way to gauge it or just anything to just throw it on solely. I think it's a blend of pretty much everything. So now we're at a point in the season where I'm just completely just lost. I'm not sure where to go, what direction to take, or how to think. But once again, I'm starting to feel, something that I haven't ever when it comes to this game, and that's stress. Just the ability to not be able to handle the pressure that comes with winning. So to simplify things and to make it all make sense, all I can do is try my best to lead this team to victory week in and week out. The season has been crazy so far, but we still managed to make our way and still be in the top 25, well, really even the top 20. And it's games like this in conference play against an unranked opponent where we have really nothing to gain but everything to lose. Now we got to try to step up, get the win here on the road and make things happen. We making our way towards the end zone here. Now we got an opportunity to strike here. We got guys coming in motion trying to make it happen. Nothing's really open. We're going to take off and of course get into that end zone. Defense gave us some exquisite field positioning, if I do say so myself. Now with nothing but space and opportunity over here to my left, great blocking down the field. We're going to get upfield on this one. Got my tight end offset, rolling someone out of the backfield. He's kind of wide open, nothing's there, and I get hit crazy. And we're started off a pretty crazy drive, really unbelievable. We're getting absolutely chased down here with nowhere to go, and it's fourth down. And once again, our defense start this game off with pretty much a flawless first quarter, and that's exactly what you want to see. But now here going with the speed option, things are going to work out for the better. I'm taking off here, cutting this one back, trying to get into the end zone. Easy going it is. We're taking things step by step, making all the right plays, the right reads. My guy's cutting underneath, but that defender's all over that one. With everything flaring towards the sideline here, I'm reading things across the middle. My guy's got some space. He's going to get into the end zone. Touchdown from Troy Franklin. Speaking of Troy, he's going to run a route here towards the sideline. A comeback, as a matter of fact, completely kills that DB, and he makes this catch. An excellent first quarter, putting up 17 points to actually nothing. Defense is playing extremely well. Got my tight end up the field, wide open, breaking a tackle. Boy, he's getting busy. Right side of the field is piled up to capacity. I don't even think I want to hold on to this ball. I'm actually going to hand it off when I should have kept it, but he goes nowhere. Bucky Irvin's been struggling. Back again with the read option, this time going to the opposite side of the field. Got some blocks up front, breaking the tackle, gonna dive my way in. Let's go. We got 3 touchdowns already here in the first half, 2 coming from my legs, 1 from my arm. We're going absolutely crazy. The guys are just doing it right now, getting open, making plays. I see my boy throwing this one late. It's almost picked. My offensive line has actually been protecting me pretty well. I need to hang more in the pocket a little bit, but they're getting after me on this one. Good Lord. With 2 of my guys going on slants, I'm going to take this one to the outside immediately. And of course, I got Ferguson picking up the first down, making his way up. Trying to finish this first half as solid as we possibly can. Hopefully ending with a touchdown, going with the read option. Of course, it works out. And defense does a fantastic job getting us the ball back before the end of the first quarter. Now we have a chance to do something even greater. With 52 seconds left, only 1 timeout. It's only right that we take a shot. I have yet to make a really crucial mistake, and I see my boy up the field. The safety's going to go the other way, and we almost pick up the touchdown here. Going with the pass here on the goal line. I don't like this call, but of course I'm going to do what everybody in the stadium knows I am. Take off on my legs. Touchdown. It's been a dominant 3 quarters to say the absolute least. Now to put this game away here in the 4th quarter, pretty decent field positioning with an opportunity to really take this one home. Bucky's down here in the flats picking up the first down. Looking for Tez Johnson here on this out route of this corner. Doesn't play it well. He actually plays it fantastic. We're going to try to slide before we get obliterated. Looking for my tight end here to flare out to the right. He does. He's picked up by this linebacker. Free real estate opportunity. Tub. I balled out for sure, but now finding out this was a record-breaking performance, I now hold the Oregon school record for the most rushing touchdowns in a single season. A game this week that might fly under the radar because our record is so much better, but do not let them 4 wins and them 5 losses fool you. Utah is more than capable of coming into our home crib and delivering us an L on a silver platter. But starting things out here, we need to convert on 3rd down. They're sending the house at me. I got Bucky underneath. He's going to make this catch, retreat a little bit, but get back upfield. Read option for the goal here on 1st and 10. This DN is going to sit on it. I'm going to hand it off. Bucky's going to go nowhere. They're all over that one. Back here with another 3rd down situation, looking for this deep hole shot with Tez Johnson. They're going to sit all over it, going to try to throw him towards the middle of the field, and that almost results in a pick. Not the greatest start, but we can definitely shift things right here on this new possession, new drive, a new opportunity to make things happen, bumping into my teammate, getting upfield, picking up the first. Looking to take another shot here on 1st down, completely unexpected. If nothing's open, I'm definitely going to take off. And once again, nobody's getting free. My receivers are strapped up to the T. We're going to pick up the first here, though. And even though we had 5 rushing touchdowns last week, I think they might be coming out here prepared to stop our passing game. And we're going to go with the run. And everything seemed to be going well in that regard. But just trying to continue with that same momentum we had last week, trying to take things to that next level. We're continuing to play well. Hopefully we can finish the season this way. Looking for Trayshawn Holden here to come across the middle, but his linebacker does drop. I'm going to dip this one off. He does sit. I throw it and it's almost intercepted again. Everything's loaded up to my right side. Nothing's there whatsoever. My guys are rolling out to the right. We're picking up the touchdown. My tight end's going to run a pretty complicated route, especially for a guy his size. He won't get loose, but I'm going to try to throw him open, and that DB comes away with the pick. Terrible read by me. I've been throwing into traffic crazy the last couple of weeks. Haven't been too penalized for it, but there I definitely paid the ultimate price. Now going back to that run game, it's been working out so well, and it's going to continue to work well. And once again, bro, my defense continues to deliver on this scoreless first quarter from the opposing team. I don't know how they do it, but I love it and I appreciate it greatly from the guys. And so far, these curls and comeback routes have been working. My guys get open. I just don't seem to throw it as much as I should, but now I'm going to throw it way more often. Delivering one right here, but it's actually dropped. Nothing seems to be going in our favor right now. We go with the read option, got to hand this one off. The DN is all over it, but Bucky's picking up the first down. Looking for things to settle down. The home crowd is pretty rowdy. Got my guy going across the middle of the field, but you know what? When everybody's going up, I got nothing but space. And now that our communication has got so well, I can kind of relay to guys what routes I want them to run. It's kind of in a hot route sense, so I can get guys to go upfield and kind of spread things out myself if need be, but they're getting straight into the backfield. I actually get free. Picking up the first, I'm a slide. Touchdown. Golden field positioning. Got my guy up the field with a little bit of space, but we can't get this ball off in time. Defense is setting us up with the prime field positioning, going with the screen pass right here. Hopefully it can work out in our favor, and it literally doesn't. Looking to make things happen before we go into the second half. A great route on guys upfield. I see something I like. There's a hole right there in the defense. He's making this catch and holding on to the ball. Looking for someone to get freed up here. These boys are jamming at the line, really getting handsy with my guys across the top. I'm going to throw this one back across the field. Look at Tez Johnson go. If my O-line can protect me and let this concept develop, I got something over the top that I'm looking at. As a matter of fact, it's not open whatsoever. Now just launching this one upfield, and look at my guy making this huge catch upfield. When me and Tez Johnson can go way off script like that and make plays of that magnitude, this offense is scary. Now here knocking at the door and handing this one out to Bucky, he's going to seal the deal. These last 3 weeks, we've come out off the rip and just bust these teams completely in the mouth. And can I give a little bit of credit and love to one of my guys who've been doing a great job all season, Gary Bryant, with a huge catch putting us in the red zone. The read option in this short distance can go extremely well or extremely bad, trying to cut this one up the gut, and it doesn't work out. We pick up 5. And on 4th and goal, when we needed him to come through in the clutch the most, Bucky Irvin fails to get into the end zone on an easy walk-in run, and he wonders why I've taken over the running game myself. We have a pretty solid lead, but this game is far from over. Going with the read option, handing the ball off when I really don't want to, but now he acts like he want to run the ball with some sense. And that little run is cute and all, but now back here with the read option again on 2nd down. Let me show you how it's done. Keeping this with myself. Guys are blocking upfield. I'm trying to shake this defender, and I'm picking up the first down. Even getting 3 points on this drive will be a success. We just need some more points to completely put this game out of reach. Throwing this one to my boy Troy Franklin, picking up the first down, 12 yards. As we head into the final 2 regular season games, we're sitting at number 3 when it comes to our division in the Pac-12 North. And overall in the conference, last time we checked, we were top 5, now within the top 3, just a spot shy of that conference championship that we want so bad. And the number 1 team in the conference right now as we speak is Oregon State, and we faced them on the final game of the year. And the way we just dismantled that Utah team and the way we beat Washington earlier this season, they pretty much don't stand a chance against a high-powered Washington State team, but I wouldn't count them out. So the conference championship is still within reach, but we need to focus and lock in on these last couple of games of the season. This week on the road against Arizona in hostile territory, it's going to be a big one. We got to step up and ball out. Out the gate, kicking things off, first possession, trying to take a shot deep, launching this one upfield. I don't know how my boy caught that ball, but Troy Franklin is a magician. Going with the option, reading his defensive end. He kind of bites on this one, got some space upfield. Guys are making good blocks. I'm leaping my way into the end zone for TD number 1. Read option's been working out so well. We're going to hand this one off this time around, and Bucky Irvin's getting loose though. Hold on, he's breaking tackles, doing a monster run, 10 yards. He had a pass call, but actually in the huddle, I'm gonna switch this one to a run. I'm trusting my boy to make it happen and actually pick up the first here with a monster play, but he get rocked on this one. I guess everybody's playing up the par now that they know we got something really to play for. We're top 10 in the country and we have a chance at that conference championship. Everybody's just doing their job to a T. We failed on taking a deep shot there here on second down, trying to go for it again. My guys are going upfield. I see my boy trying to split the difference between him and the safety, and it doesn't go as planned. We had to give the ball up. They went down to score. Now I want to take a deep shot and get all of that field position and back that we just lost. Now throwing this on the coverage, a terrible idea. Passing game is starting to go a little flaccid on us, so we're going to try to make something happen with our legs and kind of erect our offense again, picking up the first down here. And as inconsistent as I want to say my guys have been, they've been balling as of lately. How about my dog Trayshawn Holden with a huge 40-yard grab to put us in striking distance? Looking to hand this one off to Bucky Irvin. Hopefully he can finish his drive off a simple run, get into the end zone, and he can't do it. And when the backup comes in, even though I got the read option, I'm going to hand it off to him and see if he can finish it, and he can't do it either. And taking 3 points in a situation like this just seems criminal. Going with the read option again, keeping it myself, trying to get around the edge, and we should have just took the field goal at this point. Pretty much an entire first half going down the drain because we continuously call these fake screens, these trick plays, and all of these short routes. Nothing going in our favor, nothing working out for us at all. But here, Trayshawn dropping the ball. We made our way to midfield with an opportunity to punch one in and put some points on the board. Trayshawn's making another big time catch. And even though we have 2 timeouts, getting out of bounds, stopping the clock there was genius. I love the instincts from my guys. That's what we need to see. That's what we want out of the boys. And we're going to take off with this one, picking up the first, and I'm going to stop the clock myself. And we're going to dedicate this entire drive to the failed opportunity just to drive a goal where we literally marched down the field, great play after great play, and couldn't make anything happen. Now with just a flat out terrible play call. Got 2nd and 10, trips to my right, surveying things out. My boy's going to make a beautiful cut on that route, picking up the touchdown. But there's a flag on the play. They're calling pass interference on Tez Johnson. We got to run it back. Now facing a 2nd and 20 situation. I don't know how we're going to convert here. Clock is running. I see my tight end down the middle, and I overshoot him on this play. We're struggling, bro. Everything seemed to be going in our favor, and then we continue to make mistakes like dropping passes on a wide open must-need situation, dog. Looking for my speeds to burn this corner up the field on the left side. He doesn't do that, but I do have my boy over the top between the safety. He makes this catch. Great play. Troy Franklin is balling. I haven't gotten active with my legs pretty much all day. They've been all over me down to a T, but here picking up the first, good yardage. We're going to slide. Trying to convert here on 3rd and 13. A huge opportunity to make something happen. Troy Franklin's making that catch. He's just been my go-to guy on the day. And you might wonder to yourself, why do I say everything's an opportunity? Because it literally is. I feel like we can go down and score every single time we touch the ball. We don't, but here we do. How do we start the 4th quarter with a 3rd and 9 situation? And what play does my OC call a running play when we're 9 yards out, knowing good and well Bucky Irvin ain't good for that? At this point, getting as much time off the clock as possible and putting a touchdown on the board will be key, and we do all of that. And that Arizona offense said we're at home and you thought we weren't going to respond. Them boys went and put one up immediately with a bunch of time left. Now we got to try to kill as much as we can. Quick throws here, keep everybody in bounds, make a quick completion, pick up the first. That's the name of the game, and we're on it. They've used all their timeouts, so now we can stay in bounds. We can definitely drain this one out and milk it completely. Throwing this one to the outside, hoping Trayshawn stays in bounds, but that's not the case. A good amount of time left on the clock, not much opportunity and space to really waste it. If we get into the end zone, that's great, but that gives them an opportunity and a chance to do something of their own. I feel as though we're within field goal range, but we need to get a bit closer to be sure. And also a touchdown here would be much more preferred, but nothing's open underneath. We're going to try to take off. We're going to slide after picking up the first. That's how you do it. And to take the safer route with the clock running, kneeling this one out is definitely going to be the smarter option. A 3-point lead and the win. We're going to walk out of here victorious. A solid day if I do say so myself. 237 through the air and a $190 on the ground. No passing touchdowns, all with my legs. Get it done some way, somehow, and I did all of that. Taking a look at the Heisman watch as we go into the final game of the regular season, I'm number 1 amongst them all. I could actually win this bit back to back. It's been a while since I done dealt with a little injury, and you probably thinking I done shook the injury bug and got back right and I'm all the way healthy. But to be honest, that's not the case whatsoever. I've been shooting up with painkillers, Toradol before every single game to try to stay out on the field and fight with my boys week in and week out. After every game and even some practices, both of my knees and even my ankles have been swelling up like crazy. Not sure what's going on, but I'm scared to even find out. And then then I'm out here in the cold, the snow at that, and any type of injury you're dealing with, muscle or bone related, dog, it feels terrible to be out here in this kind of condition feeling this way. Everybody's noticed that I got on a knee brace, but nobody really seemed concerned. They know I've been getting nicked up throughout the season, not asking too many questions, but dog, they don't really know that I'm going through the works right now. And when I tell you I'm trying to do everything I can to protect myself, stay in the pocket, hand the ball off, this is probably the least active in the running game that I ever wanted to be in my life. But even with that being said, not giving this game my all, not putting myself on the line for the guys is completely against everything I believe in. If I gotta take off, scramble, run, pick it up my legs, take a hit even, I will. And obviously throwing the ball here in the snow isn't ideal, so putting the ball on the ground is gonna be really the play call, it's gonna be the move all day, all game. But here, got some free real estate, open space, taking a hit, trying to get into the end zone. And I'm hoping we don't have to lean on the read option, but I'm gonna hand this one off to Bucky Irvin and he's gonna do the deed. So the game plan for the day, due to the weather plus my injury, kind of goes hand in hand. We're gonna hand the ball off more often than not, and that keeps me out of harm's way. But in situations like this, when nobody's open and I have to take off and use my running ability, that's where it's gonna be a problem. Looking for things upfield to try to punch one in, comeback route from my boy Troy Franklin, he picks up the tub. And look at Bucky Irvin go, a huge run from our RB1, something we ain't seen out of him all year. And all I can think about now is if we execute heavy in this first 2 quarters, this first half, bro, we can get up out of here as soon as possible, almost getting hit, damn near throwing a pick. And just when I thought I was gonna have to put my body on the line, how about Trayshawn Holden making a great catch in the end zone for a touchdown? And of course, trying to run off with the lead against our rival in the final game of the season would not be easy. Trying to take off here and pick something up without getting hit, I'm gonna slide before even picking up the first. With 1 timeout left and the clock running, want to put something in the end zone or at least put anything up before we head into the half. Clock still running, 1 timeout left, only using it in case we need a field goal. The corner bit and I overshoot my wide open receiver, making a huge mistake there. We had a go-ahead touchdown. Now I got to try to make up for it after giving up something so major that we could have had right there. Nobody's open, surveying things out. I'm going to take off on my own slide. We're going to take the field goal. But coach says otherwise. Go for it, put some points on the board. He's trusting me and the guys to make it happen. We're going to do it. Got my boy Troy Franklin over the top, in stride. He's making this catch, almost getting into the end zone. We've marched our way down there, packed up at the line, empty gun look. If I can take off with this, I will. But if I see one of the guys open underneath, which I do, we're going to throw it anyway. If you thought coming out here stand down in the face of injury was a bad idea, how about taking off on one of my biggest runs of the game, getting absolutely blown up, fumbling this ball? But now, with the amount of pain I'm feeling, ain't no way in hell I'm hiding this injury from nobody. Not a coach, not a teammate, not nobody even watching this on national television. I hate to say this or even think this way, but to be honest, I think my junior season is over. We pulled through and got the win and secured a 9-3 record on the regular season in what might be my final game as a Duck. And when it comes to that conference championship we were hoping to make it into, we fell just short, having the exact same record as 9-3 USC, only they went undefeated in their division. So we fall short of the conference championship. I fell in the Heisman poll down to 3rd and I didn't win it, even though I put up the numbers and we made our way into an Orange Bowl. So I guess you can equate this season to a lot of good and a lot of bad at the same time. I threw the most picks I have throughout my entire career, but overall I put up some really good numbers. I put up nearly 30 rushing touchdowns on the season and almost 2,000 yards as a quarterback. And taking a look at my receivers, none of my guys went over a band, but I can say I evenly distributed the ball out to all of my playmakers, especially Troy Franklin, Tez Johnson, even my boy Gary Bryant, who wasn't even looked at to be one of my top guys coming into the year. But even after us falling short of a few things, me losing out on the Heisman, there was just more bad news to come. And after doing everything I possibly could, saying everything that I possibly can, doctors told me straight up, if I was to compete in that Orange Bowl, I wouldn't have any knees when it was all said and done. And it's beyond frustrating. I want to go out there and compete with my team before I hit the portal and head to my final destination. And the fact that I can't go out there because my body is so fragile and can't hold up is just discouraging, to say the least. My career here at Oregon may be over, but let me tell you this, and I need you to listen up closely. My senior season, I will dominate no matter what school I go to. In a national championship, that goes without question. That Heisman Trophy is mine. I'm going to have a senior season unlike anything you've ever seen before in your life. So if I was you, I'd stay tuned.